Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing week number 3 and probably week number 4 of the Finding the Fae work hosted by the beautiful Summer over at Astrology. So because I'm going to be doing probably both of the weeks, I'm just going to roughly go over what the topics are. So for the third week, it's explorations. What's the difference between imagination and reality? And the answer was perspective, or I see perspective here. And then reading materials, Fairy Tale by Signe Pike. This week is about how we might explore the Fae more, where we might find them, are there any signs or portals, etc. It's such a broad area that I only have one question. What signs or synchronicities have I noticed recently that could be Fae related? So as far as the portals go, I think we can be portals. I think that, like I made the mirror as a portal. I think mirrors are naturally portals. I think anything that we really put our intentions into can be a portal for communication. I know that the she glyph on the back of the Tarot of the She, that is a portal. I believe that some of our stone, like Stonehenge or even crop circles can be portals. I think a doorway can be, like standing, between an archway can be a portal. In between places, right? What signs or synchronicities have I noticed recently that could be Fae related? Yeah, after I did my channeling, because I was really questioning it. Whether or not I'm just making this up in my head, because I did hear the responses. It's just like when I trust my higher self. I take the first thing that pops in my head, and that's the communication, right? It was the same way with the channeling. However, I'm not used to doing that with anything outside of my higher self, so I questioned it. But when certain videos come across my feed, or I wake up to certain videos and it confirms much of my dreams, much of my, like the channeling and stuff like that, then that is a synchronicity. That's a confirmation. It's a validation kind of thing that whatever I was onto was correct, right? I get the synchronicity numbers all the time, especially like the 1, 2, 3, 4 or 11, 11. The 1, 2, 3, 4 just really reminds me that I am on the right path and to keep moving in that, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, more or less. So let's look at the first spread, and it's called Signs of Fae Presence. Where am I most likely to sense the Fae within my aura? Okay, how do they appear in my natural surroundings? What signs or portals should I watch for? What should I do when I feel the Fae near me? What do I keep missing in our interactions? What place holds strong Fae energy for me? And where do the Fae feel me the strongest? Okay, so I decided to work with the High Elf deck again. And sorry if you can hear the noise. My daughter is over with a couple friends. They're in the pool. So the boys I got the door open so that they can go back and forth, in and out. So it's the High Elf. Actually, let me set this aside. I'm also going to use my Stone and Shadow Oracle, because I do believe like certain standing stones and stuff like that can also be portals. I think that there are natural portals like and water areas like rivers and like if you have like running water underneath of you, just like natural springs, stuff like that. So and just shuffle. So I was on vacation with my hubby for about 10 days. I also got bit by a spider, had to get put on antibiotics because it became infected. Well, a couple bites from a spider on my arm. So it's been quite the little adventure. So signs of Fae presence. Where am I most likely to sense the Fae within my aura? Where am I most likely to sense the Fae? You know what? Let's do this one for that, actually. Within my aura. I don't even know if this will work right. Where am I most likely to sense the Fae within my aura? Where am I most likely within my aura? I do plan on doing more work with the portal as well. Immersion. There is another world built of echo memory, visible only in the midnight rays and underworld prisms, octaves below the harmonics of the daylight world. Only here can we see what the shadows illuminate, what the daylight erases with its glaring clarity. So that feels like in my shadow, like in memories, right? That's where they are. And that fits with previous readings also. And the channeling that I did. Oh. See that? That feels like in between, right? Like in between transitional moments. That's when they come and they give guidance and stuff like that. Like transformative times, natural surroundings, trees, butterflies, memories, right? Past loved ones, ancestors, nature. Next question. What signs or portals should I watch for? What signs or portals? I'm going to try the other one now. Phantom. Interesting. What does that mean? The self you've shrouded and imagine is visible only at the edges, is muted. Hazy detail will not stay hidden for long. Soon, it will find a way to the surface, a ghostly apparition, faded form, distorted reflection of something forgotten, beckoning you into the deep where your wholeness is waiting. Exactly, in my shadows, right? What was that? What signs or portals should I watch for? Exactly. They are being reawoken in myself, maybe in my dreams, and my memories that are coming back to me. Right there. All right. What should I do when I feel the Fae near me? What should I do? Oh, come on. Find balance. Be of. Because kind of isn't that in between? When you think about it, balance is in between two different polarities, right? It's that perfect alchemy. So I should try to be as rational-minded and as feeling as possible, a balance between those two states. So that's what that feels like. You know, remember to be practical, but also spiritual. Think with my head and my heart. Okay. What do I keep missing in our interactions? What do I keep missing? I'm just going to keep going back and forth. What do I keep missing in our interactions? What do I keep missing in our interactions? What do I keep missing? Right, there it is. The Watcher. Oh my God. How funny is that? You know, I've got the alien month coming up that I talked about a little while ago in August, right? And I made a deck for, you know, starseed stuff because we're going to be focusing on that as well. And that's one of the aspects that we're going to be focusing on in that month. And I asked what I was starseed lineage of, and it came up two things. At first I thought it was Solzars, but no, that came up for something else. It was Venusian and the Watcher. And Watcher. Because I got a big book on extraterrestrials, so I used that to make my deck, which I will show you. We'll be talking about that. So, but let's see what it says for the Watcher. In a world that asks us to not see what we see, not know what we know, let your gaze be unflinching and clear. Don't listen when they tell you to close your eyes or blur the visions. You'll need to navigate the vast oceans and dark forests and distant horizons that are yours to discover in this life. Your Watcher knows the way. And that was for question, what do I keep missing in our interactions? Yeah, to trust in what I am getting, because I'm telling you, that was a very difficult channeling. As soon as I did it, I told the girls that I kind of feel funny about it. It is really what came to my mind, but it felt very foreign to me. Like I couldn't trust it because I trust my inner voice, but that was not my inner voice. So it was just very strange to me. But I do feel like it is confirmed, right? I mean, everything that I've been experiencing is, it's validated or, anywho. So the next question is, what place holds strong fae energy for me? So let's see. I'm going to do this. We're going to pick you. Sanctuary. It's in my dreams. In my dreams. But let's see what Sanctuary says. You know, to the question, and Summer already knows this because we've talked, in the question of whether or not you would go into a portal, the answer for me is an absolutely hell no, I would not go into a portal. And it's not because I am afraid of the interaction. I think that would actually be very cool. I would love the adventure. But if I was not invited into that portal and I didn't have a guide, then the chances of me coming out with the same time is pretty null and void. So I'd be abandoning my family. And that is just a big frick no for me. So being able to control it, because I am a different person in my dreams, you know, or having a communication device, that's different than actually just being crazy and going into one if you're not prepared for one. So create spaces in your spirit where time stops and life sparkles and ancient songs echo in the vaulted ceilings your ancestors built brick by brick, as tall as the trees that grew from the seeds they planted, now alive, fierce and rooted in you. Exactly. It's already in me, right? It's in my dreams. It's in my lineage. Yes, I am. When I communicate that way in my dreams, and in my dreams, I am of that lineage also. That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, let's do it also with this. One card from this. What place holds strong fae energy? Yes. I feel like that is in a past life, right? In a different cycle. And remember, in my dream, there was a huge war, right? Fallen. I seen tons of like fae, different fae factions fighting against each other, like the Seelie and Unseelie, the light and the dark fae. That's interesting. Okay, where do the fae feel me the strongest? And I'm going to also do 2 cards. So that was each one of these. That was a double, and this one's going to be a double. Where do the fae feel me the strongest? because that's what I do. Resonance. Okay, let's see what that says. But I'm guessing that's in my frequency, right? I'm guessing, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Come on. Life isn't a path we walk, but a melody we compose with each step into our future, a chorus of allies humming their blessings, adding their notes to the orchestra unfolding, improvised beauty as grand as a pipe organ, clanging through vaulted ceilings in discordant triumph and brazen audacity, as subtle and enduring as the bass note drumbeat of your own heart, leading you on. The world is singing to you. The world is singing you to life. Can you hear it? Yes, it's in my frequency. Oh my God. Yep. That is amazing. Okay, where do the Fae feel me the strongest? Where do the Fae feel me the strongest? I'm going to take the top one. Page of Swords. In my curious nature, in my imagination, they feel me the strongest in my, and when I am exploring, it's in the youthful side of me. You know, I have taken the archetype test many times, the Jungian archetype test, and I always come out like equal between the sage and the child. And that's exactly where I want to be. Sometimes I am the teacher and sometimes I'm the student, but I feel like I'm always the student. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm always wanting to learn more. I'm excited to learn more. It's not about the knowing. It's about the learning that excites me. Something new information that's been hidden from me. That is the exciting part. That's the youthful part. Being in that youthful, absorbent energy of learning something new, right? Yes. All right. So let me take a picture of this, put it into my binder, and then, well, into my journal, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so moving on to the next one, the 4th week, it's about guidance. Like anything else on the subject, for every rule or guideline, there is an exception. It's important to keep in mind that the fair folk in general are not humans and are not like humans. Morgan Daimler. Reading material, A New Dictionary of Fairies by Morgan Daimler. This week is about putting it all together. How far we have come and seen. What may have changed. Try out these prompts to see where you are standing now compared to where you were when you first started. What have I learned from the Fae this month? Well, for me, even though I do think that there is a connection, they were not trying to connect with me unless I was trying to connect with them. So, yeah, and that I can connect with them. There are ways of connecting with them, right? What values guide me on my spiritual path, and how might they apply to the Fae? Well, I do believe that Fae are a blanket term for many different types of beings. Not all Fae do I want to reach out to, so I have to be, I think, specific about who I am trying to reach out to, right? And there might be a reason for that, because those might be who I am drawn to for a reason. Maybe it is something to do with like frequency or, you know, lineage from another lifetime or something. Who knows? Have I had any Fae experiences or contact this month? How do I feel about them if so? Yeah, I feel like I did. And that was the channeling. And I feel pretty confident that it was a real channeling and it wasn't just my imagination. I do question I think it's healthy to question it, right? I feel good about it, but I do feel like I've got a lot to learn. I feel like I am kind of excited, and I want to do more. That's what I have discovered, is I want to do more channeling with the Fae. And what changed about my views on the Fae, how I see them now versus when I first started. I will say, I think when I first started, I thought of them more as a different race. Now, I don't believe that they are a different race. I believe that they are the originals for here. We're not. I believe that we have been hybridized, that they are the original humans, and that their evolution has been different than ours because we have been tampered with. So instead of them being necessarily all extraterrestrial, I don't believe that that's the case. Although they might have, like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years ago been refugees, like it said in the channeling, from other planets. But the work that I'm also researching for my alien month that we're going to be doing, there are lots of human extraterrestrial races that look just like us. And some of them, the only distinction is that they are taller than we are. Like, much taller. Some are much, much taller, like, 12, 15 feet, where we might be, the range that we are. So, yeah. So let's get on to the next week, steps and guidance. Let's do that spread. So moving forward with the Fae, I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Huntress, which I love. This is by Kara Small. I love all the green. And I'm also going to be using the Sacred Wood Oracle by Annie Stegg Gerard. I think this is absolutely stunning. This is a 5-card spread. So let's see. What do I need to release or unlearn about the Fae? Let me shuffle you a few times. One more, and then we'll get to the questions. I just love shuffling this deck. I love the smell of this deck, too. I do love it. All right. What do I need to release or unlearn about the Fae? What do I need to release? All right, so let's go over these. All right, so the first one was, what do I need to release or unlearn about the Fae? Anything is a competition. Like, it's not a competition. They're not competing with each other to reach out, maybe. 5 of fire, so 5 of wands. Maybe that they're there. I don't have to fight for their help. They're always going to be there, kind of thing, right? And I don't have to worry about certain things, like butting heads with them, so to speak, right? And Sharpen your focus. Cold winds, cold. So what do I need to release or unlearn about the Fae? Allow the cold winds to refresh your spirit and sharpen your focus. Immerse yourself in this period of quiet and introspection, trusting that the winds are guiding you towards a desirable outcome. Orithria, the goddess of the chill mountain winds, represents introspection, focus, and ultimately triumph. Extended message. Welcome the stillness and clarity that the wind can bring. As the chill cuts through the air, it clears away the old, creating space for fresh perspectives and new beginnings. Accept the cooling breath of the winds as a catalyst for change and focus on achieving your goals. So I need to release, not try so hard, because this is sharpen your focus. So I would say that what I need to release or unlearn is that I have to try so hard for that communication, because they are there. All I need to do is reach out. Maybe trying so hard is like forcing something where something naturally should come. That's what I'm thinking. So the next question was, what truth are the Fae guiding me towards? Strength. Yeah, like inner strength. Seriously. I don't think I need anything more than that. Just to be strong in my own, know my boundaries, be strong in my own authenticity and what's the word I'm looking for? My own agency, right? And then what truth are the Fae guiding me towards? Keeper of secrets, preserve trust. Let me find that one. Oh, 48. This is what it looks like. Reflect on the role that discretion plays in your life and the importance of safeguarding words said in secrecy. Moths are naturally associated with the night, embodying the mysterious and the hidden. Their elusive nature reflects the idea that secrets are not always visible or easily understood. Okay. So, extended message. Respect the trust placed in you by maintaining secrecy when necessary, and recognize the power that comes with discretion. At the same time, consider the balance between protecting others' privacy and ensuring your own well-being. In doing so, you preserve trust and create a space where honesty and integrity can flourish. So, what truth are the Fae guiding me towards? Maybe just strength in that inner knowing, and that it is not for anyone else, but for my knowing, right? Keeper of secrets. You know, loose lips sink ships. So I don't need to reveal anything more than what. So like the future channeling that I do, that's for me. It doesn't have to be for YouTube, which that's what I planned on doing anyway. So what boundaries should I maintain with them? Only reach out when I want to reach out. You know what I mean? Because it's thought. Okay. So yeah. What boundaries should I maintain with them? Has to do with communication. I'm going to do a communication portal instead of trying to find natural fairy portals and stuff like that to go through. No. And maybe fine tune like my dreams and stuff. Work on my lucidity and stuff in my dreams. Let's see what this one says. Effectively communicate. Yeah, the hippocampus. Good communicators are also good listeners. You have the ability to pay attention, accept others' point of you and advocate for your own needs. Yes. About the hippocampus is associated with ancient knowledge and wisdom, two qualities that aid in effective communication. An extended message. Managing your emotions during conversation can be a challenge, especially when tempers flare or people act impulsively. Instead of clashing and not having a productive interaction, consider asking yourself what the most effective approach is for handling the situation. Use your wisdom to consider and discover all of your options. So, what boundaries should I maintain with them? I guess just the level of information that I am bringing in, right? And that I need to amp up my ability to actually listen. And it's not for anybody else, it's just for me. Yeah, that's what I think. All right, the next one was, what do the Fae ask of me moving forward? And I got the 6 of, is that right? Yeah, 6 of fire and dragon's flight. So this is obviously just to keep on focusing on my wins, really. Acknowledge my own successes in my life and accept when others give me compliments and validate me, because that's okay. It's not being egotistical. It's just being recognized, right? I think that's what it means. What do the Fae ask of me moving forward? Yeah, 6 of fire. Yeah. But also try not to be winning all the time, right? It's not about that. It's just about learning. Let's see. Explore new possibilities. Dragon's flight. So let's see where that one is. So yes, this is explore new possibilities. What do the Fae ask of me moving forward? Yeah, you have the freedom to rise above your current circumstances and gain a broader perspective on your life. Embrace the expansive energy of the skies, exploring new possibilities with confidence and clarity. A flying dragon signifies significant personal or spiritual transformation, the journey of rising above challenges and evolving into a more enlightened state. Extended message. Have faith in your ability to move through challenges and see beyond the immediate hurdles. The freedom to soar symbolizes the potential for personal growth, inviting you to overcome your fears. Let your spirit rise and explore the boundless opportunities that are awaiting you. Yes, I think that means that I should keep on trying, right? And keep on trying to hear the messages that are coming in. Actually, try to focus more on the messages that are coming in. And the 5th one, how can further communication with the Fae continue to elevate my spiritual practice? We've got the Sun. It can bring in a more of a joyous frequency, right? It can illuminate many things that maybe have not been illuminated yet. That's what I see for the Sun. The next one is the Frog. And let's see where that's at. The Frog, 10. Coincidentally enough, that looks like White Frog. So, how can further communication with the Fae continue to elevate my spiritual practice? Stay balanced. Just as the frog thrives on both water and on land, you too can seek harmony within your own dualities and remain balanced even in the face of adversity. About. Frogs naturally exist between two worlds, beginning their life in the water as tadpoles and later adapting to both water and land as adults, representing the ability to thrive in vastly different environments. Extended message. Take a moment to center yourself and reflect on your inner power. Your gifts allow you to rise above stress and distractions and remain tranquil and effective in each area or terrain of life. So, yeah, it just feels like they're asking me, in order to keep on communicating with them, I need to keep my frequency at a certain level, right? which means a certain alchemy or a balance between opposites. Because what is the in-between, right? It's between two different polar opposites. And so like rise above what I see, you know, happening in our social media, what I see happening in the world, right? So rise above that and keep my frequency high and good, and that communication will keep on happening, and it will keep me in a better place. And yes, that's Oliver being Mr. Whiny Butt. So thank you for spending this time with me. I'm probably going to fast forward through all of the shuffling in order to, you know, make this a little bit shorter of a video. So thank you for spending this time with me, and I'm sending you love always.